Since we are here in the card shop today, I figured today's video would be a lesson of buying and selling cards using BT17 as an example, things to do, things not to do, and I'm going to give you a little bit of story time here with my BT17 experience, which at the time of recording is just about 24 hours old. So let's just get right into the video and talk about how to make money. Okay, so, the last couple of hours, as in the last 24 hours, I got my BT17 order, sold some boxes, do what I normally do like that, sell them sealed, whatever, and then went live on Twitch, did my Twitch stream where I, open the cards. People can buy some cards if they want to, whatever, it's fine, it's all good, and then whatever's left over, I go ahead and I list on like Friday morning typically, usually at around 10 a.m., 11 a.m. Eastern, sell some stuff that I think might go down if I don't sell it right away, or stuff that I need to sell for the sake of cash flow, and then move on to other exciting things. So here's the timeline, right? Over here, you can see 4 cards in particular. These ones are not BT17 cards, as you can see. However, these are cards that kind of get a little bit hyped to BT17. If you've been watching Market Watches, you know that these cards have been going up in price. And we also do have Ancient Garurumon here at the $24 mark. So let me take you on a chronological example of just what I've done, we'll say today. Because yesterday was pretty boring, honestly. Yesterday was just sell boxes, open cases, sell singles right away, organize the singles that are remaining, sell them today. Go to the post office, ship out a bunch of stuff. That's basically how that works. So I want to bring your attention to this picture. This picture right here. This is a sales post that I made this morning, roughly at around 10, 11 a.m. These are some extra stuff I had that didn't exactly sell on my box or case break stream the other day. And some extras besides that. Now, a observant person who did watch my Twitch stream last night knows that not everything I got is here. For example, there were some Ancient Garurumons that I had extra that aren't in this picture. We'll get more of that in a second. A few random altarts that I actually have, right here. Stuff like all this stuff you guys can see, like an Argomon, Leon, Neosmon, and an Argomon here, right? Not in the picture anyway. Why are these not in the picture? The reason why those are not in the picture is because they're so low value that it's not worth my time, and I'd rather wait for the next wave of support to come out to cause a hype spike than to sell them now, when it would barely make a dent in the wallet, so to speak. Like, it wouldn't do anything if I sold them now. They're very, very, very quite low. If we were just to take a quick second and look up some of these cards, we'll go to Secret Crisis here so we can just bring it up real quickly. They're not exactly page 1 cards, you know what I mean? They're not page 1 cards. Anything that was page 1 is in the sales picture that I uploaded here, like this one. Like, even up to the Pulsemon. It was just on the brink of not being in page 1, but I threw it in there just to help with the cash flow. But you go over here, right, to page 2, and you can see Eosmon for 11 bucks. Gross. Leomon for 9 bucks. Gross. Did I call it Leomon? That's great. Leon Alexander for 9 bucks, and Argomon for 8 bucks. They're the lowest valued altarts in the set right now. There is no reason to sell them. Like, I could have made 30 bucks, or I can potentially wait until maybe one day Argomon gets more support and this goes up because of a hype spike. It becomes a $20 card. And the same principle applies for Leon Alexander and Eosmon. So I didn't do those. I also didn't list a whole bunch of stuff here. I didn't list. Because it's not worth anything. Not worth anything, really, right now. Might as well wait to see if something happens with it in the future. Again, cards like Minami, Double Typhoon, Rhythm, Genai, Rika, Willis. These are not cards that are going to break the bank if I don't sell them. They're not. It's fine. It's all good. There's not even $100 in this pile. I'd question if there's even $50 in this pile right here. Like, just stuff that I didn't feel like selling. Also, it didn't include in that random super rares. Whole bunch of this stuff just didn't include. Why? Don't need to. They're already pretty low in value, and it'd be worth my time a little bit more to maybe hang on to them for a later day, for a hype spike, see if anything happens. Because again, there's not much value there. Like $3, I threw an Ancient Greymon because $5 was the lowest I wanted to list, but like that was there, and like look at all these Pulsemon, Eosmon, Armageddonmon, Argomon. Like it's not worth anything. That's what that pile is. You know what I mean? So I only listed things that were page one of TCG Player and worth my time. And let me tell you, a whole bunch of it sold within minutes, within hours. And the prices have fallen since I listed this stuff, right? That's what's really cool. And I even listed the cards for like 10-ish% off, give or take, depending on the card. Couple of exceptions, though. Dexter Agora actually went up a few bucks. So we take the L on that one, essentially. But everything else went down since when I listed it. So that's looking pretty okay, if you ask me. Not too bad, right? So, moving along, this happened. You would have noticed that I didn't list Ancient Garurumons. The reason I didn't list Ancient Garurumons is because I wanted to wait. So we go to sales post number 2, which I just launched just over an hour ago, maybe closer to 2 hours ago. Sorry, that's the wrong picture. Is this the right picture? Yep. This one here has 3 Ancient Garurumons, 2 Altar Ukos, a bunch of Diboromons from EX06, and a whole lot of Ukomons here from BT16. Now, why am I including this in a BT17 video? Well, it's because BT17 is causing these cards to go up in price. Let's talk about Ancient Garurumons, though, real quick. This morning, when I made the very first sales post, the picture, this was a $20 card. And I sat there and I said to myself, you know what? If I wait a few hours, they're going to go up a little bit. And sure enough, they're 24 bucks right now. So a little bit of nickel and diming there, so to speak, but it worked out. And they sold an hour ago for $24 each. Just like that. That was pretty good. The Altar Ukomon, some Diboromon, some Ukomons are gone too. So we're doing pretty good, right? And I didn't even list them all. I didn't even list all of my Ancient Garurumons here. I still got more. I still got more that I can list at a moment's notice. And I'm going to wait to see what happens. I'm not sure if 25 bucks, 24 bucks is the cap, which is why I wanted to wait on these ones. If it does hit 30, I would rather wait a little bit to see if it hits 30. A little bit, nothing crazy. If it does, and if it stays at 25, then whatever. I'll list them online a little bit later for 25 bucks. That's not really a big deal to me. But, patiently waiting instead of selling all the Ancient Garurumons this morning for 20 bucks when you knew they were going to go up in price because it says tier 1 meta card in an allocated short set, that matters. It's that kind of stuff that helps you at the end of the day with your profit margins and all that. These rest of the cards now. These are cards that I told you that I was going to sell on Market Watch yesterday. However, there's a little bit of lesson we learned here. I was slacking. Yesterday, because of the set release, because I'm my own man, and I have another business to run outside of this as well, other stuff to do during the day, I didn't get around to listing these cards until right now. If I listed them yesterday morning when Market Watch was live, they were $25 on Diboromons, and they were Ukomons, they were $8, right? Instead, I listed the Ukomons for 6s and the Diboromons for 20... What? What did I list them for? $20 USD. Giving a little bit of a discount on those. When I could have got a few more dollars each out of Diboromons, and that matters. So, if you are a card vendor, don't be like me and just, get busy, right? Don't do that. If this is like your main job or your main source of income, or you want to be, then you have to be able to make the time to say, okay, I gotta list these right now, today, this second. You have to do that. Me, I don't necessarily have to do that because I have a successful shop, and I also have other successful business that I run. So, to me, not a big deal. But again, I could have got $2 more on each Ukomon, and I could have got $2 more on each Diboromon. And that adds up. There's 27 Ukomons here, I think, and that would have added up too. Instead, though, we made some smart choices and did make a lot of money in the sense that I waited on the Ancient Garurumons, and then you go back to this first picture, where I got rid of a lot of stuff here before it was dropping in price. So I want you guys to just take away a bit of a learning exercise from today's video, right? If maybe you don't necessarily own a card shop or want to own a card shop, but maybe you want to like wheel and deal some cards on the side or whatever. Be prepared to like do things when you have to do things. Timing matters. Timing really matters in a business like this, especially because if you do enough nickel and diming, it becomes $100. You know what I mean? Like if I would have done this properly, if I would have made $2 on each Ukomon, that's $54. And then if I made $2 more on each Diaboromon, there's 18 here. That's what, another $18? $72 is a decent chunk of money. Now, not again, for me, not enough to cry myself to sleep because I do other things with my day. But if this becomes an important thing to you that you want to do, timing really matters. And getting rid of stuff like this while it's hot, 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 again, it's a good, smart thing to do. So I hope you guys learned something from today's little Digimon card shop video. I want to make more videos like this. Let me know if you like it or not. Let me know if you learned something. If you disagree with me, of course, let me know in the comments. Because I always like when people try to disagree with me. It's always enjoyable to watch. And some people might say, well, Mario, why didn't you hold on to some of these? They will surely go up in value. Like, if the Falcomons, if we get a Ravemon, that card's going to explode. And if we get, like, more Kabuterimon support, that's going to explode too. And, like, you're right. Especially on these shorter promos. However, if they fall in value, I can just buy them back later for an investment and sell them later. Like, I am planning on buying more of these promos when the weekend is over. Maybe not Flame Dramon, so to speak, but these stonks, right? And if you look at the stonks, if you just look them up, I think the best way to look it up is by searching Flame Dramon. Like, this Flame Dramon, by the way, this morning it was $30. So, if you manage to wait a little bit to sell, congratulations. But, like, look at these, right? The Falcomons have fallen since I've listed them. The Leomon X fell $1. The Mega Kabuterimon, I think, is roughly the same or fell $1 or $2. But, like, I'm going to wait and see what happens. I'm going to monitor these very closely. And then I'm going to swoop in. I'm going to grab a bunch of some of these. The ones I'm thinking of particularly are Mommy Tyramon, because of the Tyrannomon hype just announced. This one. And the Leomon. Those are the ones that really excite me. Falcomon's a good pick if you really believe that Ravemon is going to get support. You could get that too. But I'm only going to get Falcomons for like dollars if I can. If they drop really, really low, then I'll grab Falcomons. If they don't, I'm not going to bother with it. And if they ever blow up in price, then L Mario. And that's fine. But yeah, anyway, I got distracted. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll see you next time. Bye!